There's not a lot of PvP going on this roam, so these are going to be even fewer and further between than last L4. It is what it is, I'm afraid. I can't help that. But we'll have a look, shall we? We'll see what's going on, and we'll hopefully learn something from it. Okay, so you've seen the video. Let's have a look at the numbers. So you can see here we've got the unit damage dealt, the officer damage dealt, and the damage suffered to the base. You can see here it's 51 million damage dealt to the base. And what's important here is we've got the ATG officer damage, the coefficient skill damage. So it says officer damage dealt. Sometimes you'll get things that say skill damage on them, and coefficient, it's all this column. All three mean this column. And we can see here that the ATG popped 33.8 million coefficient damage in that time. And you can see that we got a 41.9 million damage from the anti-tank gun in that time as well. Now, the issue being here that the gun didn't really get going long enough for it to be significant. That's okay. I'm quite happy with 41.9 million. As I've said before, this isn't an optimal output. We're going to get it higher. You can see here that the artillery damage, so this is with Champion of the People on, remember, level 3 skill. So we're dealing bonus damage from the garrison. You can see here that the lib gun is only dealing 7.8 million damage, but the skill damage of the officers is 12.6, and nearly all of that will be coming just from one officer. I have been toying with the idea of sticking Argent Flame on the lib gun, if I'm perfectly honest, to absolutely crank up this damage just a little bit more. He managed to deal 11.2% damage to my base. He could have wiped me out if he'd had more players, or he had decided to repeatedly attack my base. That would have benefited him as well. But unfortunately not. He's currently sitting on 198 million power. As you can see from the video, he was attacking me. He was buffed, so he was at 202 million. He's trying his best. He's trying his best, guys. So the anti-tank gun done a total of 75.7 million damage between the two. Claimed over a 35-second period. That's a 2.1 million damage per second. Per second. 2.1 million damage per second just from the anti-tank gun. Now, obviously, the anti-tank gun is, would say, good 80% of my damage output there. And as I've said before, it's not even particularly great. I have helped other people within my alliance produce more damage on their anti-tank guns than this with better officer setups, and I intend on doing the same. I just hope this L4 goes... I hope it just goes quickly now. This is painful for both parties. It's long and it's slow. It's not going anywhere. I thought this only ever happened in gold. Apparently it happens in silver as well. So there's going to be very little in the way of PvP content, I'm afraid. I might be wrong. We can only hope.